right.
you know?
Sure.
And I just don't think, in my opinion, that you become a man or a woman until you commit to parenthood. And it doesn't even have to be your own biological kid.
Right.
As we know, there's tons of kids in foster care systems,
yeah,
big brother
right.
programs
Absolutely.
that if you're not
Yep.
like wanting or capable of having your own children, like that's part of really being an adult or, you know, a
Or
man
if you
or
can't
a woman.
afford to have them, you know what I mean?
See,
Those
I buy
people that just-
I buy that less and less because, you know, it used to be the case that everyone, rich, poor, you know, like would have many kids as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's just, especially with social media, you know, it's so easy to see what other people have. And it's like, well, I don't even want to bring a kid into the world until I'm at this level that I see someone else at.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think
and
that's
I think
really
maybe that's
unfortunate.
where the mentality is nowadays.
Yeah.
It also used to be the case that 5 generations of people would live in one household, like over time.
Yeah, yeah.
The kid would have
Oh,
the
yeah.
house,
The family
was-
farms and stuff too,
Right.
because we were all agricultural people.
Yeah.
Up 100 years ago, if you look back.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea, though. It takes a village to raise a child. And you'll hear even some people, like, notable in the public spotlight where, especially, like, comedians starting out in their careers, as they're oftentimes the ones that are open in conversation,
Sure.
you know, talking about some of the struggles before they made it. And, some of them will talk about, hey, we were living with, you know, one of our parents or whatever while we had, you know, our first kid or two. And like we maybe were in an apartment, but, you know, times get tough and then, you know, need to move in with one. And it's like, if you are really committed to a person and your kids, you'll find a way. And it may not be the most like picturesque, you know, fairy tale sort of like.
Yeah, you got to bite the bullet, so
Right.
to speak, and just live lean and
Right.
work hard.
Right.
Wake up every day with a purpose.
What about, it's like vibrating? Oh,
Oh, that's mine. Never mind.
But yeah, that was another point. You know, part of being a man is having, you know, purpose and a craft that you commit to,
Right.
that provides not just intrinsic purpose and fulfillment, but can provide value, or at least, you know, more tangibly speaking, you know, a meaningful life for your family in the form of
Right.
shelter, in the form of clean drinking
Right.
water, and
Provider.
food, right?
Yeah.
And again, is it nice if you have, you know, a significant other to help? But again, maybe that's too traditional of a
It
gender
helps,
role.
I'll say that.
Yeah, right.
It certainly helps.
Right.
I mean, you know.
But first and foremost, and I kind of again equated it to like a lion's pack, right? You know, like you have the lions and the lionesses working in tandem, part of the pride, right?
Right, yeah.
And it's securing the shade, you know,
Yep,
the hunting area,
Getting the
right?
food,
grounds,
yep.
right? And yeah, that kind of just tied back into. It is sad when, like, you know, men that don't commit to fatherhood and, you know, like work to find, like, to achieve greatness, you know, and again, doesn't have to be some like big grandiose career pursuit, but even just like commitment to being a great, you know,
Relationship.
present father,
Yep.
right?
Relationship.
And you see that sometimes on the other side where women, you know, like they
Yep.
don't want to commit to, you know, motherhood or, you know,
Right.
grandmotherhood.
Right.
And
It's
it's
too
like,
much work.
Yeah.
And they
it's
just
sad.
kind of drop. They just are not interested.
Right.
You know, and it is sad.
Yeah.
It really is.
And, you know, like, I don't want to like be like a promoter of like eugenics, you know, but it's like, if you don't want to have kids, like abstinence, you know, like not even from me from like a religious sense, but it's like, just keep it in your pants, right? If like you're not willing to commit to, you know, a
Right.
child raising relationship,
Yeah, you better
don't have reproductive sex.
You better have some self-control.
Yeah. Yeah. And
You know,
yeah.
seriously.
That's asking
Or else
a
just
lot.
have dogs.
Right.
And that's it. We had dogs, I mean, for years before we had kids, but it was like, you know, it was cool for a while.
Right.
But then again, you know, you got more into the relationship. We're like, hey, we really need to have, like, you know, let's have kids.